The seasons never ask for permission. They simply arrive. Spring does not knock on the door to check if winter is ready to leave. Summer does not apologize for its heat. Autumn does not wait for our approval to paint the trees gold and red. Winter does not delay its snow because someone prefers sunshine. The seasons change whether we like it or not. And the trees, they don't fight the change. They don't argue with the seasons. They adapt. When winter comes, they let their leaves go. When spring arrives, they bloom again. When autumn demands color, they paint themselves in shades of fire. And when summer stretches long, they bask in the sunlight. Trees never resist the rhythm of nature. They flow with it. That is adaptability. The art of not resisting change, but moving with it. The wisdom of not clinging to what was, but embracing what is. Now pause and ask yourself, how do you respond when life changes its seasons? Do you hold on to what is already gone, like a tree refusing to let go of its dead leaves? Or do you, like the oak or the maple, release what no longer serves you, trusting that something new will grow in its place? There's a saying, the green reed which bends the wind is stronger than the mighty oak which breaks a storm. And it's true. History is full of examples where survival didn't belong to the strongest or the smartest, but to the most adaptable. Think of the animals that vanished from Earth. The mighty dinosaurs, the great mammoths. They were powerful, but when the world shifted, they could not shift with it. Now think of the small, ordinary creatures that still thrive. Ants, bees, birds. They survived not because they were the strongest, but because they were the most adaptable. Plants show us this lesson every day. In the desert, the cactus grows fat and round, storing water to survive heat. In the rainforest, trees grow tall and slender, competing for sunlight. In the mountains, plants grow small and tough, hugging the ground to resist cold winds. The soil changes, the climate shifts, the environment evolves, and the plants adapt. They do not curse the desert for being hot. They do not resent the mountain for being cold. They become what the moment demands. And isn't that exactly what life demands of us? Life doesn't stay still. You can lose a job in a moment. A friendship can fade. A loved one can leave. Dreams can collapse. Health can change. The question is never whether life will shift. The question is whether you will. Adaptability is not weakness. It is strength in disguise. It is the art of survival. It is a skill of saying, the storm may change my shape, but it will not end my growth. Let me share a story. In 2011, the tsunami in Japan devastated entire towns. Among the ruins stood one single tree on a beach in Rikuzen, Takeda. All the other 70,000 pine trees had been washed away, but this one tree somehow survived. Its roots had bent with the shifting ground. Its trunk had swayed with the waves, and it remained standing. People called it the miracle pine. Scientists later discovered that the tree survived not because it was unshaken, but because it adapted to the shifting soil and water pressure. Flexibility saved it when rigidity destroyed the rest. Now think about bamboo. Unlike most trees, bamboo is hollow. When winds roar, the oak resists, but the bamboo sways. It bends so low it almost touches the ground. But then when the storm passes, it straightens again unharmed. Bamboo teaches us that adaptability is not surrender, it is survival. Sometimes bending is not weakness, but wisdom. Humans often resist change. We cling to old routines, old identities, old comfort zones. But change is inevitable. The seasons will turn whether you want them to or not. The question is, will you fight them or will you flow with them? Adaptability also means transformation. Look at the butterfly. It begins as a caterpillar, crawling on the ground, limited and slow. Then it enters a cocoon, a place of darkness, stillness, and transformation. When it emerges, it is unrecognizable. It has wings. It can fly. But imagine if the caterpillar resisted. Imagine if it said, "No, I don't want to change. I want to stay the same." It would never become the butterfly it was meant to be. Life, too, puts us in cocoons, moment of stillness, of endings, of painful transformation. But those moments are not punishments. They are invitations to grow wings. The caterpillar teaches us that adaptability is not just about survival. It's about becoming something greater. And here's something fascinating from science. Trees that grow in windy places develop stronger trunks and deeper roots. Why? Because a constant shifting forces them to adapt. If a tree grows in a greenhouse with no wind, it grows tall but weak. Its wood is soft. Its roots are shallow. The first real storm destroys it. In contrast, trees exposed to constant change become resilient, flexible, and unshakable. This is life's secret. The very challenges you resist are the ones making you stronger. The winds you curse are the ones deepening your roots. The storms you fear are the ones teaching you to bend. Adaptability is not just enduring change. It's using change to become unbreakable. Think about the leaves of autumn. They don't cling in fear of falling. They let go, trusting that spring will bring new life. Adaptability is letting go of what no longer serves you. Too many of us hold on, old grudges, failed dreams, broken relationships. We cling to the past, even when it hurts us. But just like a tree must release its leaves to survive the winter, we must release what is gone to make space for what is coming. And isn't that the beauty of adaptability? It turns loss into preparation. It turns endings into beginnings. It turns pain into growth. There's another powerful image from nature. Coral reefs. They live in partnership with algae, which give them food. But when water gets too hot, the coral loses its algae. Many corals die, but some adapt. They learn to partner with new algae that can survive in warmer waters. They change or they perish. Those that adapt continue to build reefs, homes for thousands of species. Those that resist vanish. Life always rewards the ones who can change. Adaptability doesn't mean changing who you are at your core. The oak tree remains oak. The pine tree remains pine. But adaptability means being willing to change how you express yourself in different seasons. An oak without leaves in winter is still an oak. A person going through struggle is still themselves. Adaptability doesn't erase your identity. It protects it. Now think about your own life. How many times has change knocked on your door? How many times has life demanded that you shed old leaves, bend in storms, transform in cocoons? And how many times did you resist, fight, cling, and suffer? The truth is, the more we resist, the harder change feels. But the moment we learn from the trees, the bamboo, the butterfly, we find peace and adaptability. Because here's the truth. The season will not wait for you. The winds will not ask your permission. Life will change again and again and again. Your only choice is this: break by resisting or survive by adapting. The trees whisper the answer every autumn, every winter, every spring. Let go, bend, transform, trust, adapt, because adaptability is not about losing yourself. It's about finding a stronger, wiser, deeper version of yourself with every change. And maybe one day, when someone else is facing the storm, they will look at you, scarred but flexible, rooted but adaptable, and they will find courage in your example. They will learn from your silent strength that to live fully is to adapt fearlessly. So let go of the leaves that weigh you down. Bend when life demands it. Trust a cocoon. Grow your roots in the storm. Become like the tree, like the bamboo, like the butterfly. Adapt, because adaptability is not just how you survive change. It is how you transform into who you were always meant to be.